Hey guys, HeWantsBlood here. Today, this salty message came from an individual with 3,024 hours. 25 hours, I should say. Now, this person swears they weren't in a Swift, have no idea what a Swift is, basically. They're saying that you have to be in comms to be a Swift, but no, you're in a group. But at first, they were acting like they weren't in a Swift at all. And I said I didn't play like a rank 20 because I won. And who stacked what? I did 4 gens while you tunneled my teammates. And teabag after whiffing. I said no DS, so no tunneling. Because I wasn't tunneling, I never got DS. Sir, I'm not even a Swift. So I check, and they are in a Swift. They're in 4 out of 4 to be exact. And a gen rushing Swift. And I said I wasn't DS'd once, whatever helps you sleep at night. I asked them why they lied about being in a Swift. And then they changed their story. Swift means nothing. I'm not even in a party. Now, everyone knows Swifts are overpowered to a point that even the survivors who message me lie about being in a Swift, just so they have some room to talk some shit, because if you're in a Swift, you have no room to talk shit, especially if you fail so miserably as a gen rushing Swift. Everyone knows Swift is the strongest thing in the game. Well, this person, I'm sure you've heard of not the brightest crayon in the box, not the brightest bulb in the box, and not the sharpest tool in the shed. However, this person says you're not the brightest tool in the toolbox. He said fuck it, combined all 3 of them, and made up his own shit saying I'm not the brightest tool in the toolbox. Okay, this person obviously has no idea what they're talking about, and then spammed me after I was laughing at them for making that mistake, and they said to tag them when I post this video. So he claims he's not in communications, he's not in a Swift, he's not in communications, but watch this last second double switch between him and another teammate where air quotation, no communication. Keep that in mind, he's saying no communication was involved there at all. So survivors, when they get outplayed and they want to talk shit and they lose in a Swift, they always do this. They're like, I'm not in a Swift. That's why I'm so thankful for PS5 and PS5 telling me that people are in a Swift. Because they'll have me thinking I'm crazy, like why deny you're in a Swift? But no, they always deny it. And it's for a reason, because admitting they're in a Swift is downplaying their skills because of how overpowered it is. And they want to think they're skillful. Now, immediately in this map is horrible. Already, this is a really bad map. I already found Meg. I see 2 toolboxes, so I already knew there was brand new parts involved. And I'm kind of chasing her around. At the same time, I'm keeping an eye out for, I think, Steve, because I know he's in the area. So I'm not blind to what's going on. So immediately I see Steve with the toolbox. I'm going to regress this a little bit so that he used his toolbox for nothing. And let it regress a little while I chase him, so that there goes that brand new parts on the gen. It's only been a few seconds into this game and the gen is done because of brand new parts. So this is the gen rushing Swift that I'm dealing with right here. So this Meg is clicking the back of my head with a flashlight because she wants to save her teammate with a toolbox so they can continue to gen rush me. I'm not an idiot. And I also knew they were getting into position for a flashlight save. So now I have half the team down here on my side of the field. And I gave her a tea bag for clicking and trying to play me like I'm stupid, and for them gen rushing. I know what's going on. And I'm gonna make it as miserable as possible. Because obviously they don't care about my fun in the game. That's why they're gen rushing and have this build and do last minute swaps and everything. So I'm gonna make sure I win this game. Now, as you can see, as soon as I hook the Steve, the injured Meg is running straight to that generator to start doing it. They're concentrating so hard on gen rushing me, they're completely ignoring and foregoing their DS. And as you know, if DS deactivates, you were not being tunneled. You jumped on a gen. You don't have DS right now because you jumped on a gen. So you're not being tunneled. If you felt safe enough to do a generator, you're not being tunneled. So keep in mind the person who sent the message is across the map just grinding gens, being a gen jockey, and I have the other 3 here with me. Again, as soon as the Steve was unhooked, he jumped on a generator. He was just unhooked, he's hurt. So he's looking to use his toolbox on this generator to gen rush me. And this is the common theme. So I get another free down and another DS not used because they're trying to gen rush me. Like, they're so adamant on doing gens that they have no... They don't care about chase, they don't care about DS, they don't care about anything. They just want the gens done. So I already know what kind of team I'm dealing with here. Hell, most of these runs, there was no looping really. It was just going down into going down. You're gonna see how this team loops. Maybe if they concentrated on learning to loop more than gen rushing, these chase wouldn't last like a few seconds every time. So we have this Jake who also BM. Remember, we have flashlight. We had Jake pointing at a pallet. And this person also claimed no one BM'd. Why am I teabagging? So keep that in mind. Again, how would she know or not know if she's not in comms what's going on? You know, people are very stupid. Anyways, I realized they're probably back on that gen. So again, I'm retreating because I have to get back onto that gen before they're finished. I check up and they're healing, which is fine by me. I rather them heal than do a gen. So I hit them again so that they go off and heal again and buy me some more time because I want them hurt and afraid of where they are. By now this Steve probably emptied out his toolbox into nothing and lost most of it, which is what I wanted. But I also want him out the game. I need a quick kill in order to recoup the time they're doing from gen rushing me. And this person just blew up the haunted grounds, so now nobody healthy can come make a save, and anybody injured would have a hard time making a save anyways. So now it's in my favor. They can't do any risky plays, and I could try to go and pick off the two members of the group who are almost dead. And no one can interfere. No one can body block, no one can take a hit. No one can do anything for these people. They are dead. So this is just one part of my build that became useful because they weren't doing totems at first. They were just gen rushing me. As you can see, another gen was just done, even though half the team is occupied. And look, there's another person on a gen, and someone healing themselves finally. So now half the team is gone. Now all this gen rushing and everything they did was for nothing. Now this person said I whiffed 4 times. Why am I teabagging? That's one. One whiff. Let's see here. This is not respecting a pallet, so it's not even a whiff. It's wanting you to hit me with a pallet. So we'll count it though as 2, just to be lenient and favor them a little bit. Okay, so they drop a pallet, they dead hard into nothingness for no reason, and then go down. So that's 2 swings, and one of them I gave to them to be nice, not 4. And that's it. Like, the game is almost done. For all that gen rushing and being a Swift, they all played poorly. They played really bad. They prioritized gens over their safety, over dying, over DS, over everything. And by the end of this game, I'm going to show you their build. Now, another thing that went their way is this. She just 4%ed off the hook. She legit just Kobe'd off the hook. So on top of everything else, map, Swift, items, luck is also on their side. And it's still not enough. This person just used their borrowed time in a bottle, and I didn't see it in time. So he got an extra hit out of me. But I don't know what the aim was. I don't know what the purpose was, except lasting a few seconds later. Because that's legitimately all he did, was last just a few seconds longer. And that's it. Now the Jill is still hiding somewhere. She just made a noise somewhere behind me, so I know she's behind me. So I'm prepared for her to come try to save this Jake. Now, you can see her all hurt. And I know which side she's coming from because Jake just told her I'm on the left side. So she's gonna come from the right. I hear her, smack her on top of the head. So again, our whole interaction between me and this denying Swift Einstein incarnate here was 2 misses, and she just went down immediately. So I do a dance. I do my little dance here. And she was very upset with me doing my little dance because her Swift obviously was supposed to win after all this gen rushing. But, you know, I'm not the brightest tool in the toolbox, you know? Fucking Einstein. But we're going to check what they got. So a good toolbox with brand new parts. We got Dead Hard, Decisive, Adrenaline, Borrowed. And this person's not too bad, the AJ. But this one's Deliverance, DS, Adrenaline, Borrowed Time. The next person, Adrenaline, Decisive Strike, Sprint Burst, Borrowed Time. They all had Borrowed Time. 3 Dead Hards or 2 Dead Hards and 3 Adrenalines. But no, they're not in comms. They didn't orchestrate this. They're just in a group playing alone. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys soon.